Students, in previous class we have seen the basic theory of shear stresses and shear distribution diagrams. How shear is distributed according to the different cross section. In rectangular section, it is distributed parabolically. Similarly, in solid circular section, triangular section, it distributed in parabolically. But in case of I section, T section, L section, we have seen that there are different values of shear stresses, that is tau 1, tau 2, tau 3, tau max at different location, that is depends upon the cross section. Now today in this particular lecture we are just going to discuss about the problems on shear stress formula. Okay, it means by using this equation, shear stress is equal to VA bar upon BI. So all these three equations are same, only to represent shear force V. In some books S is used, in some books F is used. Now starting with numerical 1. So starting with numerical 1. So here I have taken a symmetrical I section. An I section 120 by 200 mm in size is subjected to shear force of 100 kN. Determine the maximum shear stress and the shear stress at all the points. Also find the average shear stress value and draw shear stress distribution diagram. Now see this particular problem. Here I section is mentioned of width 120 mm and depth 200 mm. Whenever dimensions are given in this fashion 120 by 200, it shows that it is the overall dimension, means what, total width of flange and total top to bottom width of particular section. Okay, so this 200 is from top flange to bottom flange. Okay, so here there is one mistake. So this horizontal line should not be here, it should be at the bottom. Means total 200 is the depth from top to bottom. An additional shear force is given as 100 kilonewton, and in Newton it will be 100 into 10 to power 3 Newton. Now first of all you have to calculate the MI of cross section, because in flexural equation, in shear stress equation, there are terms SA y bar upon BI or VA y bar upon BI. Means V is the shear force, okay, and I means what, capit. Now it is symmetrical section, so you have to consider a bigger rectangle as 120 by 200. Small rectangle means what, this empty portion. Okay, so among this, if you consider total width of 120, from 120 you have to deduct this 20. If you remove this wave portion 20 by 160, you will get another rectangle which is vacant. Okay, means empty. So that's why here small b will be 120 minus 20, means 100, and d will be 160. From this 200 you have to deduct top flange, bottom flange. Remaining part is 160. So 100 into 160 cubed by 12, you will get moment of inertia as 45.87 into 10 to power 6 mm raised to 4. After that, first, they have asked us to calculate the maximum shear stress and shear stress at all the points. So, initially we will find the average shear stress. Okay. So, average shear stress means what? As you know that shear stress tau equal to force upon area or V upon E. Okay. So, force upon area. What is force given? 100 into 10 to power 3. Force upon area. Area means what? Area of entire cross section. That entire cross section two flanges of size 120 by 20, 120 by 20. So here I have written 2 into 120 by 20 plus wave area. Wave area is 160 into 20. So 8000 is the total area of cross section. Tau average will be equal to shear force upon area. You will get the 12.5 MPa. Means instead of having parabolic distribution, if you want to calculate what is the average stress present in the cross section, in the simple way we will find force upon area, you will get the average shear stress, that is 12.5 MPa. And to find the actual stress, then you have to use this particular shear equation at all the locations. Now we'll see how to calculate shear stresses at different locations. So first of all, as you know that at top and bottom shear stress is 0. So tau is 0 at top and bottom because shear stress diagram start with 0 ordinates from the bottom and top. So shear stress at junction of wave and flange. Junction means what? Where this wave and flange is meeting. This particular part is called a junction. Okay. Now you have to calculate shear stress at this junction. Why this junction is important? Because in all the structure, joint is weaker link of structure. Structure always fails at joints. That's why the joint of wave and flange must be very strong. Okay. So that you have to calculate what is the shear stress present over this particular cross section. Why this junction is chosen? Because at the junction there are two widths. One width is 120 mm is one of the width. Okay. So here if you see this width, it is 120 mm. Then another width is 20 mm wave of width of flange. This particular wave. Width of wave is 20 and width of flange is 120. Okay. Why this is so important? Because whenever section is subjected to loading, there is a sudden change in transfer of shear stress. Here larger area, if you consider top flange, larger area is available to resist shear stress, but if you consider wave, here very small area is available to resist shear. And at this junction, there are two values of shear stress because of two different widths. So first of all, consider area above junction. Now this is the junction. What is the area above junction? Area above junction is 120 into 20. Okay, so do not consider area above NA. NA means what? Neutral axis. न्यूट्रल एक्सिस के ऊपर का एरिया अगर कंसिडर करना है तो उसमें वेव भी ऐड होगा, लेकिन हम कहाँ का एरिया कंसिडर कर रहे हैं? वी आर कंसिडरिंग एरिया अबव द जंक्शन, अबव दिस joint, and it is 120 by 20. That is the area. Now y bar. Y bar means what? Center of this particular yellow portion, yellow area from न्यूट्रल एक्सिस. न्यूट्रल एक्सिस से इसका सेंटर तक का डिस्टेंस ये कितना हो जाएगा? 160 by 2 means this will be 80. Okay, up to the bottom of line this will be 80, half of 160. 80 plus 20 by 2, ये टोटल विड्थ कितना है? 20, उसके हाफ 10 means this 80 plus this 10, it will be 90 mm. That will be y bar. Okay, so at top portion wherever b is 120. Okay, अगर हम b 120 कंसीडर करेंगे तो now use tau 1 equation or shear stress equation. Shear stress equation is VA y bar upon BI. You just put all the values of uh, terms here. So V is 100 into 10 to power 3. Area is 24,000, 2400. Y bar is 90 divided by B. At this point width is 120 into moment of inertia I is 45.87, that we have calculated here. Okay. Solving this you will get tau 1, that is 3.925 MPa. Okay. Tau 1 means what? There are two different values of tau at B. The tau 1 means this particular value. Okay. So top and bottom tau is 0. Tau 1 means 3.925. That is because of symmetrical section, this value will be same at top and bottom. So this is the shear stress variation diagram. In case of I section, you must draw shear stress variation diagram like this. So we have calculated tau 1 value. Here you can see at this junction where wave and flange are meeting, there are two values of tau. So 3.925 and another is 23.54 because there are two different widths at the junction. Now to calculate shear stress at B equal to 20, we have considered B is 120, at that time value is 3.925. Now you have to consider B as a 20 mm, B as this 20 mm. So at this 20, only all the values remain same. Whatever shown here, all the values remain same except width will change. In first case width was 120, now it is only 20 width of wave, because this is also a portion where area above this junction is same, only width is different. So if you make the change in width, okay, all the terms are same, only B is changed 20. You will get tau 2 23.54. Okay, so tau 1 3.925 and tau 2 23.54. So these are the two values, tau 1 3.925 and tau 2 23.54. Similar values you have to write down at the bottom portion also, okay, because this is also a junction, just similar to this top flange. For bottom flange also there will be same area, same plane, same junction, everything is same. So it is just mirror image of above portion. Now only one value of shear stress is remain, that is at the neutral axis, and at the neutral axis shear stress is always maximum. Okay, so we'll find shear stress at neutral axis. So see, to find shear stress at neutral axis, this is the neutral axis. You have to consider all the area above neutral axis. Okay, I have made this area yellow. Okay, this plus this entire area above neutral axis. And what will be that area? 120 into 20 plus this total depth is 80. Half of 160, 80 into 20. That will be the total area. Now it is 4000 mm square. That is the area above neutral axis. Now a y bar. A y bar. Okay. So here it must be a1 y1 plus a2 y2, because here combinedly you have to write down a y bar in the equation. In the equation it is not a1 y1 plus a2 y2. It is not like that. So you have to calculate a y bar. So it must be a1 y1 plus a2 y2. Okay. So combinedly you find the value and directly put in the equation. Now a1 means what? Suppose top flange. A1 means 120 by 20 into its centroidal distance from neutral axis. From neutral axis, its center will be ET plus 20 by 2, 10 means 90. Okay, this is first portion. Now second portion is this wave plus 80. This depth is 80 into width is 20. Okay, into center of this particular wave from neutral axis. Total depth is 80, means center will be at 40. Okay, half of that. So that's why here I have written 40. So if you add this total, you will get 22,83,000 will be the area of this particular section. And then at neutral axis, what is width here? Because in the equation we are having terms VA y bar upon BI, means again width is there. We are calculating at NA, at neutral axis. At neutral axis width is 20 mm. That's why here you have taken 20. Okay. So put all these value in the shear stress equation. So here V is shear force 100 into 10 to power 3. AY bar means this particular term. B is 20 and I is same 45.87. We will get 30.52 MPa. This is the maximum. MPa means what? Newton per mm square. So tau max will be equal to 30.52 MPa, and that value will be present at neutral axis. This is tau max 30.52. So this is the maximum value in all the shear stress values. Here 3.92, it is 23, and here it is 30.52, and it varies parabolically. So here you must show the maximum value of tau max, and this is the shear stress diagram. Everybody should draw this particular diagram at the end of problem, otherwise you may lose 1 or 2 marks, because to show shear stress diagram it's very important. Unless and until you are not showing shear stress diagram with all the values of shear stresses, you will not get full marks. Okay, so in this way I have solved this particular problem. So problems are very simple. Everywhere you have to use this equation, but at every location, at every junction, your AY bar and B changes. V and I remains same in all the cases. Now see next problem. Problem number 2. Now in previous problem we have seen I section. Now in this problem I have taken T section. Intentionally I have taken T section because T section is an unsymmetrical section. This section is an unsymmetrical section. Unsymmetrical means what? Just like I section, you will not get top and bottom values are same. Okay, it is not like that. See the problem given. For T section 100 by 130. 100. Whenever dimensions are given like this, it is applicable to entire cross section. 100 means what? Top width. 130 means top to bottom into 20 mm means that this thickness is 20, this thickness is 20. Is subjected to shear force of 100 kilonewton, means V is 100 kilonewton. Draw the shear stress distribution diagram and shear stresses at all the points when I is equal to 6.71 into 10 to power 6 mm raised to 4. So here I value is directly given in the problem, 6.71 10 to power 6. If I is not given, you know the procedure how to find out I. To find out moment of inertia of this section, you should consider BD cube by 12 of this top portion plus BD cube by 12 of this bottom weight. Okay, you will get moment of inertia using parallel axis theorem. So here you have to add A1 H1 square, A2 H2 square also to get moment of inertia. Now, first of all, as the section is unsymmetrical, means here X bar and Y bar will not lies at center. In previous case, X bar, Y bar lies at center, half of flange, half of wave. But in this case, you have to calculate Y bar. Y bar means what? Exactly where is the neutral axis? That position we have to calculate initially. So to calculate Y bar, we are having equation E1 Y1 plus E2 Y2 divided by E1 plus E2. So here Y bar is equal to A1 means what? 100 into 20. Okay, 100 into 20. Okay, so that will be A1. So here I have considered figure 1, this one. This wave I have taken figure 1 and this is figure 2. That's why here A1 Y1 is for bottom wave. So how it is 110? Because total depth is 130. From that, if you remove this 20, this will be 110. Remaining wave width is 110 into 20 into center of this wave from bottom. Total is 110. Half of that will be 110 by 2, that is 55. So it is A1, 110 into 20 A1 into Y1 is 55 plus 100 into 20 is area into Y2 means what? This center of this area from bottom. From bottom it is 110 plus 20 by 2 means 120 divided by A1 plus A2. By solving this, you will get Y bar. That Y bar is 85.95 mm. So here I have shown this. Means neutral axis, this horizontal neutral axis is at a distance of 85.95 mm from bottom. This distance is 80.95 mm from bottom. This is Y bar. Now if I want to calculate Y bar from top it will be total depth is 130. From that 130 if you deduct this 85.95, I will get this remaining distance. That is nothing but 44.05 mm from top. From top 44.05 and from bottom it is 85.95. Means whenever it is loaded, this will be tension zone, this will be compression zone. And moment of inertia is 6.71, that is given in the problem. Now you have to calculate the shear stress at different locations. Now at top and bottom shear stress is 0. This sentence you have to by default write. Shear stress at top and bottom is 0. So tau is 0 at top and bottom. Now you have to calculate tau at junction first. Junction means what? Where wave and flange are meeting. This is the junction. Okay. So there are two widths. One is 100 mm is one width and then 20 mm is second width. 20 mm and 100 mm. Now first of all consider area above junction. Area above junction is 100 into 20. Okay. Into y bar. Y bar means what? From neutral axis. This is the neutral axis. From neutral axis, what is the center of this particular figure? Okay. So total depth is 44.05 from neutral axis. This is 44.05. From that, if you remove this top 10, you will get the distance of this centroid from neutral axis. 44 minus 10, it will be 34.05 mm. Same thing I have shown here. 44.05 minus 20 by 2, 34.05. Now to calculate shear stress at B equal to 100 means when B is 100, use shear stress equation. V y bar upon Bi. Now put The value is shear stress is 100 into 10 to power 3, area is 2000 here, into y bar is 34.05 divided by b is 100 divided by I 6.71. By solving this, we will get tau 1 10.149. That will be when b equal to 100. But when b equal to 20, because at the junction there are two widths, one is 100, another is 20. All the values of above will be same here, only b will change. Here it was 100, now it is 20. By solving this, you will get tau 2 50.74 MPa. Okay, so that is at junction when b is 20. So we have calculated tau at junction. There are two values, tau 1, tau 2, and another value you have to calculate at neutral axis. Okay, that will be tau max, shear stress at neutral axis. Now here you can see tau 1 is 10.149 and tau 2 is 50.749. That I have shown here. This is tau 1, this is tau 2. Okay, so there are two values at the junction. So here one value, second value, top and bottom is 0. Now you have to calculate tau max at neutral position, at neutral axis. To find out tau max as neutral axis, you have to consider area above neutral axis. Now I have made this entire area above neutral axis as a yellow color. So here you have to consider area above neutral axis. It will be 100 into 20 plus this particular portion. This will be total. What will be this area? 44.05 minus this 20. ये डेप्थ अगर आपको निकालना है तो ये क्या होगा? 44.05 माइनस दिस 20. ये 20 माइनस करना पड़ेगा. सो 24.05. तो एरिया ऑफ न्यूट्रल एक्सिस क्या होगा? 100 into 20 plus 24.05 into 20. Okay. So here it is 34.05. It is wrong. It must be 24.05 into 20. That will be area above this neutral axis. And then you have to calculate AY bar of both the portion together. दोनों का भी एक साथ निकालना है. तो क्या होगा ये total AY bar? First of all 100 into 20 into distance of this center of this area from neutral axis. It will be 34.05 plus area of this bottom portion will be 24.05 into 20 into 10, because into this total depth is 24.05, so it will be 24.05 into 20 width into half of 24.05. It must be 12.025. Instead of 10, it must be 12.025. Okay, 12.025. That will be the y bar. Okay, and then put in the equation of shear stress. Tau max is equal to V bar upon Bi. You will get 54.32 MPa as a shear stress. Okay, because here width is 20, at the neutral axis width is 20. So here you will get shear stress at center and it is 54.32. And this is the shear stress variation diagram for T section. Now see, again I have taken a symmetrical I section because problem is normally given in this fashion. I section of 200 by 400 is subjected to maximum shear force of 80 kN. The thickness of flange is 20 mm and thickness of wave is 15 mm. So flange means this top and bottom and wave means this middle portion. Draw shear stress distribution diagram. First of all, write down given things. What is given in the problem? Shear force is given 80 kN, means 80 into 10 to power 3 Newton. I section of 200 by 400 size. Mi, find out Mi of cross section first. It is symmetrical section, that's why. So how to identify symmetrical? Because this top flange, this bottom flange having the same dimensions. So capital B means 200, capital D means 400. Out to out dimension you have to consider. 400 should be out to out. Okay, this line should not be here, it should be at the bottom. 200 by 400 minus BD cube by 12. Small b means what? 200 से minus करना है. This is total 200. We have to find out the width of this empty portion. 200 से अगर 15 जाता है तो मिलेगा 185. Small b is 185 into 360. 360 means what? this particular distance. 400 से हमें minus करना है 20 so we will get 360. So 360 cube by 12 you will get moment of inertia. Now in the similar way, at top and bottom shear stress is 0. Now you have to calculate shear stress at the junction of wave and flange, where width is 200 and width is 15. Okay. So first of all, uh, calculate the shear stress at when width is 200. So here, so that area above the junction will be 200 into 20. That will be the area. Where width B is 200. Here you should take B is 200. And Y bar. Y bar means what? Distance from neutral axis. Neutral axis will be exactly at the center, means 200 mm, 200 mm. If I want to calculate push distance of the center from neutral axis, from 200 I have to deduct this 10, means it is 190. So that will be 190, means total is 360, middle distance half of that will be 180, is 180 plus 10, 190. So whenever I will calculate, putting in the equation VA y bar upon VI, V is 80 into 10 to power 3, A is 4000 here, Y bar is 190 here, and B is 200 because at the junction width is 200, and the moment of inertia 347.4 10 to power 6. I will get tau 1 as 0.875 MPa when B is 200. Now when B is 15, because there is another width which is 15, you take all the values as it is, only change the B. Instead of 200 now it is 15, so I will get tau to 11.62 MPa. You might have find the difference between these two values. Why it is more here? Because here B is 200 means larger area is available to resist shear, and when B is less, B is 15, here we will obtain maximum value of shear stress. It indicates that when B is less, shear stress is maximum, when B is more, shear stress is less. Now these are the tau 1 and tau 2 values at the junction of wave and flange. Now you have to calculate tau max at the center above neutral axis. So tau 1 is 0.875 and tau 2 11.67. That two values I have written at the junction. At the junction there are two values, tau 1, tau 2. So I have to calculate tau max at the center of neutral axis. So here I have made this entire portion about neutral axis as a colored or yellow colored. So first of all you have to consider area above neutral axis. That area is 200 into 20, means this planes, plus 160 means this 160 into 15. So you will get area. Now there are two figures A1 A2, so I will take A1 Y1 plus A2 Y2 as a AY bar. A1 means what? 200 into 20 into Y1 means what? This distance from neutral axis, center from neutral axis, is Y1 plus Y2 means what? This 180 into 15 into half of 180 will be 90. So I will get this AY bar as a 1.003 10 to power 6 mm cube. Yeah, why mm cube? Because unit of area, unit of distance, it will be mm cube. And at neutral axis, what is width here? Width is 15 mm. So B is 15. So using shear stress formula, VA y bar upon BI, so I will calculate tau max, and the tau max will be V is ET, VA y bar is this particular term, divided by B is 15 into I is 347.4 10 to power 6. So here I will get 15.4 MPa as a tau max, and that is at the center of this particular neutral axis. Okay, so top and bottom, because of symmetry, tau 1, tau 1, tau 2, tau 2, tau max at the center. Show the shear stress distribution diagram. And draw shear stress diagram showing all the values. Then you will get the full weightage of marks. So in this way, you must solve few numericals on this particular topic by taking different cross section. Everywhere procedure of solving these problems are similar. Okay, you have to use this shear stress equation and observe the terms in shear stress equation. Accurately calculate all these values. Here important is B and AY bar, because V and I is same in all the cases. So go through another few problems and try to solve the numericals. Thank you very much.